you were to look closely in my left eye, you would see a scar. This is from a cornea transplant that I received a few years ago from an organ donor. According to organdonor.gov, there are approximately 108,725 people in need of some sort of organ donation or tissue donation. As a recipient of a tissue donation, I know firsthand how important becoming an organ donor is to the lives of others. No matter how young or how old you may be, you can still save someone's life or give them another chance at life by becoming an organ donor. During this speech, I will answer the following questions. Who can donate and how can you help? What are the common myths about organ donation? And what is the need for more organ donors in our country? Who can donate and how can you help? You're never too old or too young to be an organ donor. Newborn babies to senior citizens can be donors, with a few major exceptions. You're HIV positive, have active cancer, or a systemic infection. You may ask how to become a donor. That is easy. First, you want to register with your state's donor registry. Second, designate your choice on your driver's license. You'll see a little red heart on the front of your license. Third, sign and carry a donor card, which you can receive at organdonor.gov. And last but not least, tell your family of your decision. You may think when you die, you'll be too old and no one will want your heart. But did you know that you can donate most of your internal organs, such as your kidneys, your liver, your pancreas, your lungs, and yes, even your intestines? Along with your internal organs, you can also donate your skin, your bones, your bone marrow, and your corneas. Add it all together, you can save a lot of lives by making one decision. The second question is, what are the common myths associated with organ donation? You may have heard several myths about being an organ donor, and I will answer a few of them. The first is when you go to the hospital, the doctors won't try as hard to save your life if you're an organ donor. This is absolutely false. When you go to the hospital to see a doctor, the doctor is there to treat you, and it has nothing to do with the transplant. The second myth is you won't be able to have an open casket funeral. This is also false. The donation does not interfere with the open casket funeral. There's no visual evidence of an organ donation while you're in the casket. Where they remove a bone, they place a metal rod, and they take skin from your back. The third myth is that if you're not in very good health, you cannot be a donor. Once again, this is false. Very few medical conditions disqualify you from donating. Even if they cannot use one organ, they may be able to use several others. The third and final question we're going to address is, what is the need for more organ donors in our country? There are approximately 108,525 people currently waiting on a donor list, and about 4,000 more will be added each month. An estimated 12,000 people that died last year were qualified to be a donor, and 6,000 of them were not registered. Because of the lack of available donors in this country, 4,573 kidney patients, 1,506 liver patients, 371 heart patients, and 234 lung patients died in 2008 because they were not able to receive a life-saving organ transplant. Being an organ and tissue donor can enhance and save someone else's life. Get involved and register today. So today we have answered these questions. Who can donate and how can you help? What are the common myths involved with organ donation? And also, what is the need for more organ donors in our country? Overnight, I lost my vision in one eye, but thanks to a special person, I can now see. Becoming an organ and tissue donor is a very important decision, but it's very rewarding. There are thousands of people in our country that will die this year because there are not enough donors. Wouldn't you like to know that you would be able to prevent at least one of these deaths one day?